Hello friends of Sudoku, welcome to an evil puzzle by sudoku.com. Without further ado, let's get started on this one. It doesn't have a lot of givens, so I fully expect it to be difficult. There is a 2 going over here and a 2 coming up, so a 2 must go here. This 8 blocks down here. This 8 blocks up, therefore an 8 must go here, and an 8 now blocks all the way over here, and we got a couple of 8s blocking up and down, so this is an 8. These 2s block these squares, and therefore a 2 must go here in row 6. 3, 6, and 9 for these squares. Now there's a 6 blocking up here, so one of these is a 6. We have a 6 blocking over, so now one of these must be a 6. This 4 blocks over here, and this 4 blocks down. Therefore, one of these 2 squares must be a 4. And therefore, these squares are all blocked by 4s, and the 4 here blocks across. So this is a 4. Let's see, there is a 5 blocking over here, so one of these must be a 5. We also have a 5 blocking down, so we have a 5 in one of these squares. We have a 1 in one of these squares here. Anything else? Can see? Not really. But a 2 must go in one of these squares. 6 in one of these. 9 and 3 in 2 of these squares here. 7. Well, that was kind of easy. I just failed to see it, but this is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 9 for these 4 empty squares. There's a 3 and a 9 and a 1 observing this square. Therefore, it must be a 2. And these 2 squares cannot be a 9 or a 3 because they have to go here. Therefore, it must be a 6. So a 3 must go in one of these squares. We also have a 3 blocking over here. So we have a 3 blocking up. So this is a 3. This must now be a 9 because the 9 blocks here. And this square therefore must be a 6. None of these squares can be a 3 because of the 3 blocking here and the 3 blocking here. So a 3 for this row has got to go here. And that makes this a 5 because the 5 blocks over here. So this is a 5. And these 2 must be a 1 and a 9. We got a 1 blocking down. So the 9 goes here and the 1 here. And that makes this square a 9 and this a 3. The only digit left in column 9 now. Here we need a 4 and a 5. Here we need a 1 and a 3. These 2 squares must be a 6 and a 9. We got a 6 blocking down, so the 9 must go here and the 6 here. The 9 blocks down, so does this. This blocks over. This is therefore a 9. And the 6 goes to this square. 1, 2, and 5 for these squares. Those I can't solve. For these squares, we need a 1, 5, 7, and 8. Let's see, a 7 and a 5 here. So this is a 1, 8. 5 and 8 here. So this is a 1, 7. 1, 8 here is a 5, 7. This is all a little not easy.
That's not so easy, Sabrina.
I think I need to take a look at some of the digits here. I'll start with the 6 because we do have quite a lot of 6s. So we can have a 6 here and here, here and here, here. And that's basically it. That isn't a pattern that I recognize. Doesn't really matter how I look at it. I'm not going to be able to think my way through that. But hang on, both of these are a 6-7 pair. Maybe that is a better way to look at it because we have a 6 and a 7 here and a 6 and a 7 here. We need a 6 and a 7 for these two squares. And that makes these squares here a 1, 3, 4, 5. And a 3 can't go here, here, or here. So this is a 3. And that makes this a 1. The others were a 1, 4, 5. So one of these is a 1, right? And we know that these must be 4 or 5. So this must be a 1. And that makes this a 1. One of these must be a 1 now. And one of these. And one of these. This row needs to be a 1, 8. And the 1 and an 8 blocks here. So these must be a 1 and an 8. And these, therefore, must be a 7 and a 5. We got a 5 in the column, making this a 7 and this a 5. One of these must be a 5. One of these must be a 5. And therefore, a 5 must go here in this row. And therefore, this is a 5. These must be a 6 and a 2. These are 1 and 8. And these therefore must be a 7, which can't go here because of the blocking 7. So a 7 must go here. And this must be a 4. 4 blocking down, 4 blocking over, 4 goes here. One of these is a 4 and one of these is a 4, right? One of these is also a 5 and one of these is a 5. This square, of course, must be a 2, making this a 2 and this a 6. 6 blocks down, 6 blocks over, 6 goes here. And therefore here, these 3 squares must be a 7, 9, and a 3. Oh well, 3 goes down here somewhere. 7. The 7 blocks over, so this is a 7. And therefore this must be, I think, a 9 because these two must be a 3 and a 7 in some order. Therefore this is a 9. And that would make this a 9 also. This square has simply got to be a 5, leaving a 3 for this square. So a 3 and a 7. What about this? This is not a 7, therefore this must be a 7 and this must be a 3, making this a 3. It's got to be a 7. That was, these are now a 1 and an 8. A 1, 2, and an 8 actually for these 3 squares. There's a 2 blocking here, there's a 2 blocking here, so this is a 2. This is a 1, 8, this is a 1, 8. We got an 8 in the row, so the 1 must go here, and the 8 here, and the 1 here, and here, and the 8 here. This is now also an 8. This has got to be the 4, making this a 4, and this a 5. See, this wasn't so evil after all, was it? It was quite a nice puzzle though, and I'm happy I could share it with you. Thank you for watching and bye for now.